Beloved brothers and sisters, divine family, I'm Geeia Ariati. I'm the oracle for the 144 and beyond. I'm a sound heart and sound mind, and I've been called forth to bring a energy reading and an opportunity, and it's an opportunity that is in the middle of its transition. So you may bring some awareness to that which has been moving through your energy field, and bring some insight, some confirmation, some validation to that which you've been traversing, and some further clarity so that you can move through this transition and this shift with more ease and grace. And then also that which is a way that you can work with this moment of time of what we're collectively moving through as a shift. So this is specifically an energy reading, but it is also a guided directive that gives you some great tools and some activations into remembering a little bit more of who you are and why you're here, and what it is that is here for you in this veil thinning and this opportunity to remember. So if you haven't received any of my transmissions before, I am a conduit and an oracle. Basically, that means I channel high frequencies of light information, and I bring that light into word so that I can tangibly communicate the message of source or creator, and bring insights to consciousness. And I am a teacher of the law of one, and I am a guide to the dharmic path. I am here to bring truth to humanity, and in that message is one that I will continue to share from as much clarity as I can. And it's been a little while since I've been here, and I'm aware that I'm hoping that we've got some good transmission, and hopefully, if you are tuning in, let me know around the sound. Sometimes there can be a little challenge with live transmissions and Wi-Fi connection. So if you are tuning in, please let me know how the sound is, if there is sound moving through, and if it's clear, so that I am able to gift you the most insight from the highest frequencies available. So if you're arriving in, just taking a couple of deep breaths and allowing for your body to open. The reason that I ask you to do this is that with this transmission, it also allows for me to receive clearly without any uh, influences of consciousness. Sometimes when we come into sacred spaces, we can have a lot of energy, we can have a lot moving through our field, and it can disrupt the space. So taking a few deep breaths into your body, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, so currently we are in it's a 7-day period of time where there is a thinning of the veil for remembrance, for the bringers of change. And we have different galactic teams and different energy consciousnesses being streamed to the earth. And so what that could be perceived as is solar flares. It could be perceived as different ascension frequencies, different aspects of energies that people connect with the earth or the ether. But what is taking place is a 7-day period of time that has a unique opportunity of remembrance. So each time that we have one of these initiations and these collective transcendent journeys, we have the opportunity to tune into whatever that collective signature is and to use it to our advantage so that we can focus our attention to receive that which is there for us with as much ease and grace as possible. And so with this, there is that are being streamed from the Orion constellation, from the Pleiades, and that from a parallel timeline that is very similar to that of the galaxy and the universe of Earth, but they're a little more evolved and have uh, developed some more harmonious ways of living and creating and being in their physical reality. So they are a physical creation, and this parallel uh, universe or timeline has a very similar, you could call it a second Earth. I wouldn't call it that because it's not. It is different, and they have different universal laws. And so their law structure is different, but they have some different frequencies that they can gift us in relation to those beings that have chosen to come here from that parallel time to be of assistance as the bringers of change, as the divine family, as the new earth leaders, and those that are here to remember. So if you haven't heard of what remembrance is before, basically remembering is what you have already come to evolve into. So you as a being have already evolved to this point within yourself. Remembering means that you have journeyed as a human through so many different incarnation cycles, and maybe you've journeyed through different galactic consciousnesses. Maybe you're even as evolved as a unity consciousness being, and your remembrance is actually accessing what you have already been and done. So remembrance is coming to earth and going, I remember who I am from what I have already created. So I know thyself through my different time space continuum experiences, but I remember who I am as to who I am here today. So that is attached to your energy blueprint. Now, your energy blueprint holds this information of where you've been and what you've journeyed and what you've chosen to carry as a soul, as a human being here, for your life and for your dharmic or your soul's expression. If you're not living in alignment with this, you'll find that you'll feel quite a lot of suffering, a lot of disconnect. You're going to feel sense of missing pieces and a desire to find that access point through self-realization. And remembering is a big part to claiming your soul's purpose, claiming the truth of who you are. And if you're resonating and if you're here as one of the 144 or a bringer of change, and that you feel that you're here for the great awakening, then this point of time is going to assist you to go into the consciousness that sits within you that holds very key information to your now moment purpose and mission. Because we don't need to journey and traverse through different time space continuum if we are willing to just know who we are. If we were all ready to go, I claim who I am, I remember me in the fullness of that who I am, then you wouldn't need to go into past lives. You wouldn't need to experience different time and space. You wouldn't have to look at universal laws or polarity. You wouldn't have to understand the dimensional planes of existence. All you would need to do is say, I claim my I am God's self, and that is who I be, that is who I choose, and this is me here and now. Most of us have a big challenge doing that because most of us have a lot of highly evolved consciousness. And this is where we're getting assistance right now. So we're getting assistance from the bringing in consciousness streams that assist us in the energy of harmony and through the energy of consistency. So these energies from the Pleiades is looking at where you're out of harmony. So what happens is when they stream this energy through down to the earth and they gift it to you, if you're out of resonance with harmony and consistency, then what that does is that brings turbulence to your cells, that activates your cells. Your cells are going, well, I don't hold harmony and consistency in my molecular structure of my physical vessel. I don't know how to resonate at that consistently. So what happens is everything that is not in harmony or consistency comes up to be seen. But because the intention of this point of time, and we're halfway through, so we've got 3 more days, and you have 3 days to be very, very intentional with this information. How can I use it? What can I go and do? How can I journal? What can I book in with a healer? Can I sit in a creative writing practice? What is it that I need to do to use this time so that I can really invoke my remembrance? Using these signatures to take you to the point within yourself that is requiring this, to bring it into a wholeness. So the harmony aspect is going to bring up the resonance in your body. And so what is the opposing energy of harmony? It's chaos, right? So anywhere that chaos sits within your being energetically, you're going to start to feel that coming up. You're going to start to feel the core expression of that. Now, to remember who you are is to go to the core fragmented part of self. So that chaos self that wants to create chaos or has been lost in chaos. That is an opportunity for you to go, yeah, I actually love chaos. So now, some of us have a very unconscious driver that we thrive in chaos. Some of us have an unconscious driver that chaos is what motivates us to change. So this theme is something that you can write if you've got a notebook or a phone handy. Put this in your notes and write down, what is my story around chaos? What do I love about it? Or what do I repel against it that is causing me not to have harmony in my remembrance process? And then when we look at consistency, all right, consistency is going to be something that's going to be a part of your devotional practice. If you have consistency, you're going to be able to wake up at the same time every day, eat meals that are supportive to your body. You're going to have a consistency of leaning into your triggers instead of pulling away and running away and distracting. You're going to have a consistency in your business. So anywhere in your life that you're feeling that you don't have consistency, there is going to be a mirror bringing this right up to the forefront. You're getting poked, right? Because these energies are streaming through. And so you have someone over in that wouldn't normally upset you has suddenly brought your energy into all of this emotional overwhelm to allow for you to go, all right, what is the opposing energy of consistency? That's a good question, actually. What is the opposing energy of consistency? I'm looking for exactly the vibrational opposite. I've never actually asked myself this question. Mm. So the word that's coming through actually is around confusion, because confusion creates discombobulation, mess, irregular thought form. And so I would invite you to see if you have a word that is more resonant to the opposing energy of consistency is confusion, and feel into what your truth is. But look at, where do you hold a core expression of self that is ready to let go of the confusion narrative so that you can have the consistency to bring that into your life. More stability, more stable foundations. What is it around consistently being there for your children, for your partner, for what it is that you're wanting to create in the world? Where do you hold a confusion point of your psyche that wants to come into reconciliation so that you can be more secure, right? Because consistency with something does create security. And security allows for stability, and that has its own ripple effect. When we look at the Orion constellation and the energy that is coming through, they're not specifically using themes. So each area will bring through a different opportunity, which is why I'm sharing this in sections. Is the Pleiades are giving you a theme energy so that you can work on the polarity, so that you can look at these archetypes, so that you can go to the core expression and bring it into yourself. The Orions are actually working with technologies, and so the technologies that they're bringing forth for you to uh, awaken into are technologies that are sitting within the spinal column and within the third eye. And the Orion technology is very advanced in that it's very much a masculine frequency. It's around using uh, I will say intelligence, using intelligence as a way to evolve consciousness. So the Orion constellation uses masculine intelligence to evolve consciousness, to evolve their experience. So what they're sharing with us is an opportunity to go, all right, what is uh, is my technology around my intelligence? What is my intelligence within? What do I need to remember around my own technology of intelligence? So intelligence could be it can be light technology, it can be AI technology. You could have created some kind of amazing energy signature or information through a molecule that maybe some of us have judged. Now, technologies are, and AI and these different things, they're not good nor are they bad. It's how they're used. So have you created an intelligence that, if you remembered, use this veil to go, oh, even if you're hearing this and you're like, I actually have intelligent technology. I didn't even know that. I can feel that resounding and resonating in my body. What is that for you? Now, you're not going to, that's a pretty advanced question for me to be asking you. And unless you have done a lot of quantum journeying, a lot of traveling, and you have awareness of this, you're probably like, I don't know how the fuck to get there. How do I even look at that? What does that even mean? Now, what is beautiful about that is that you can look at this without actually knowing. You don't even have to be able to journey, but you can ask your source self, so come into your source connection and ask for the undying truth, right? The truth of that, of the one creator of all things that sits within all of us, that is rippled through all of that which we be, and you ask for the truth. And you can go, okay, and the Orions are really assisting us to have our technology intelligence. And what is the technology that I'm here to bring to humanity? Is there? If I'm resounding, have I got something to create in technology for humanity, for myself? Or is there an intelligence that I hold that I've used before that is wanting to be activated, right? You don't actually have to go straight into the remembering. An activation into this, which could just simply be you receiving this message from me as an information source that is sending frequencies and codes through the realms, that your body goes, oh my God, I have that. That resonance is remembrance. So remembrance can be as little or great as you choose. If remembrance is one of your main goals, then use it. Go, I declare to use this time of remembrance to really remember who I am, what I hold, what my gifts are, what my abilities are. If you're someone who is has the possibility of using plant medicine at this time, really great time to go in with, I want my neuropathways and my molecular structure to line up to, say, the psilocybin network and to receive the information of my intelligence and my technologies to bring to the world. And that could take you back into a memory and that a reclamation of who you are. But it doesn't have to be done from that lens. You can just do it from, what am I here in intelligence to bring through here as a human being? What is it here I'm to create? And now when we look at the other perspective lens of this parallel expression of, we'll call it a parallel Earth universe. I'm not going to give it a name. I'm not going to share that. Some of you will know. So those of us that are wanting to evolve the Earth structures. So those of us that have come here to a specifically frameworks and structures. Frameworks and structures being that this is more of a masculine portal of remembrance, because we're working more with the masculine energy of intelligence being a masculine consciousness, and technologies is more of a masculine expression of consciousness. And then we've got this parallel universal expression, which is gifting us their frequency offering, which is not so much it's more of a coding or a data points. So those that desire to bring in a new framework or a new structure. Now, a new framework could be the new framework of yourself, a new structure of your of how you would like your foundations of a relationship to be, a new structure of how you would like to bring in a financial plan for yourself. It could be a new foundation of a diet that you're wanting to look at your health. So there is no specific medium or theme that this information is, but it's around what is the new structure and framework that if I tap into this information that is being brought through, that I can use the advancements of this parallel expression that is very similar to us, that have evolved to a higher expression, that I can receive from them what they're gifting us. Because we're always being supported. We have so many beings. We have so much galactic, universal support, energetic support that want us to achieve our mission, that want us to come into involvement in a harmonious and synergistic way that is kind and gentle and loving. And so they're there all the time. All the time, they're sending us different telepathic connection points. So to do this, if there is something that you're like, yeah, I know that I need a new framework of consciousness. I need a new framework of relationship because my current relationship dynamics, they're just not working for me. And I'm not willing to keep living them out. I want something different. I know that in here, there is a different possibility for me. And this is not my truth. And so that opens the receptors of your body. So you have these little tiny antennas that are all through your vessel. You have all of these different receivers that you don't even know that you're aware of in this body, or this meat suit that some people call it, is so advanced that you have no idea the capacity that you have as a human being, that you have as a bringer of change to use this. So all you need to do is identify at this point in time, what is the framework and structure? And if I was to remember who I am, so from here, if I was to remember who I am and what I was sovereignly, divinely worthy of, how would I build a new framework and structure? So the remembrance here from this parallel expression is, what would I choose if I really remembered myself? If I remembered myself, would I live the life that I am creating? Would I choose the relationships? Would I choose my financial position? Would I choose my family dynamic? Would I choose to live in the location that I am? Would I really choose this if I remembered me? And if the answer is no, then you have some new frameworks and structures that you can work with. And what you can do is, this is a simple receiving. So anytime you see the solar flare activity that's like crazy hectic and you're like, I don't know how to be in the world, what you can do is you can simply sit. This is a really powerful, easy tool, is you can sit in your pillar and you can just take some breaths and place your hands up to the ether. So place your hands up. You can place them up to your side. You can place them out in front of you, wherever it is that feels true for you. And you can do this now. And we can do this with the intention of connecting in to receiving what is being gifted to us. Do you want to receive the gift? I know I do. So take some deep breaths in with your sovereign choice of receiving, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in and out. And you are asking yourself to go into receiving mode, that you are going into the full receiving mode of the frameworks and structures that are being offered in what is true for you to build your life, what would support you. And feel your hands open. Feel your hands start to be influxed with the frequency, the vibration that is being offered. Feel them heat up. Feel the frequency come into the receptors of the hands, and choose to open your hands to that offering, to breathe it in, to allow it all in, and sitting with that, allowing it to alchemize, holding it, opening, allowing, and keeping it there until you feel that energy dissipate. But until that time happens, keeping them up, allowing yourself to breathe, allowing yourself to receive any visions, downloads, and information that is there for you. You are choosing to remember. You are choosing to be provided an access point to new frameworks and structures. Hey, staying with it for as long as you need to. And I'm going to continue to talk as you continue to receive, holding your hands up until you know that there is absolutely nothing left there for you. And when you do, I want you to bring your hands in prayer position to your third eye and give love, gratitude, and thanks for the energetic support that has been provided to you. So as you move through these final days, and the awareness that you may have been traversing past life memory, you may have been connecting with soul connections that are triggering past expressions of self. You may be seeing visions into the future that are bringing those puzzle pieces together of your remembering journey. You might have felt an acceleration in your high heart and in your throat chakra. These are the expressions of connection to currently your high heart. So your high heart is your soul's heart's expression. It's your soul connection to source. So your dharmic path is very much connected to the high heart portal. So lots will be coming up in that chest area. Lots will be moving through the upper back where your wings are, where you're wanting to take flight in remembering who you are in this more whole totality. You will feel through this part of the collectively, there is a lot moving through the sacral and the throat chakra. And so simultaneously, you might be feeling these are the trigger points. So the trigger points are being poked, and the remembrance points being that of the high heart and the wings that are either cultivating, repairing, or you're growing new ones, or they're going through an upgrade or a DNA expression, your wings will be very present as well. And so the trigger point will be in the throat or the sacral, and that's where you're going to feel the wounding. You're going to either feel like you want to swallow, you don't want to talk, you don't want to express, you're going to feel sick, you're going to feel an intensity of emotional overwhelm. You might feel resentment, rage. You might feel a sense of jealousy coming up. So the sacral holds a lot of uncomfortable emotions that, unless met, we are unable to really claim our power. We are really unable to alchemize it and then speak it into existence. So the throat is all about claiming your truth or speaking your truth. If you're a woman, it is about speaking your truth into the world. If you're a man, it is about claiming your truth for yourself. So different directional perspective lens. And it's important to understand the difference between man and woman and masculine and feminine so that you can unify yourself. I'm going to sit here and continue to receive. So apparently we're receiving a lot, not just for ourselves, but I think we might be doing this for our divine family as well. And so I would invite everyone to just be aware of what it is that we're doing as a collective whole right now, and acknowledge your sovereign choice to be of assistance for your own being. But in every moment that you choose you, every time you choose to remember a little bit more, every time you lean into something uncomfortable, every time that you decide that you're going to alchemize rather than distract, you are shifting the entire Earth's consciousness. You are changing the geometric patterns of the Earth. You are shifting the bandwidth of the firmament that holds us in containment, which allows for humanity to shift. It allows for change and possibility. So all you ever need to do is meet yourself. You don't need to fix anyone, save anyone, heal anyone. If you're meeting yourself, and when you start to dissolve that separation point from you and the ego construct, you dissolve the idea that when you are meeting yourself, right? When you meet yourself and you dissolve the separation of I am me and you are you, and you start to go, oh, we're actually mirrors. When you meet yourself, you realize that what yourself wants is what everybody wants. Everybody. So your truth, in the fullest truth of you meeting yourself in every moment, brings the information of awareness and consciousness to the forefront so that you can gift that, which actually is exactly what everyone else wants every time. They may not realize it. Some people don't have the conscious and awareness to realize, but those that do, it opens the possibility for them to choose what they really want. So you don't need to do anything. You don't need to change anyone. You just need to see you. Keep choosing you, keep loving you. What do you want? What is your desire? What is your sacred heart? And in that, everything else changes. Everything. There is nothing else you need to do. And that's where your joy, your freedom, your sovereignty comes from. It doesn't come from helping others, fixing others, being this, that, and the other to prove your worth, to receive love. To receive love, you lean into the part of you that is claiming love, that is love, that knows love, that chooses love. And in that, you can simultaneously choose this beautiful love with another. All right. I feel like we've got maybe another 2 minutes of holding this frequency. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assist it by bringing in some codes. And so to complete this transmission and this live offering, I would invite you to close your eyes down and to just look through the brow bone. So just bringing your eye, your inner eye, engaging that of your pineal and your whole brain. So your left and your right hemispheres are coming into engagement and connection, where you're looking between the two eyes up into the brow bone. And you're just going to receive, if you like to receive, if this is true for you to receive, just consent by saying yes. Ma ti satare kitaya bishatiti ma andaye ki no toto e ma se eti rate no o ianahae mikareya risa dei yo yo ai ni tare nae ano dayate kae anae rina ra ra Rae Kitaye Osarae Nae O Yoe Bare Tonoe Tae Kahi Do Kae Taea Shiti sa'a na'atira do'o shoko bo'o sai di dai e di kato do'o shoto to bi ishatakai do'o shotoko do'o koi di anai araki tai o. Now bringing your hands together, feeling them together, connecting, feeling your circuitry system and all of your entire body recalibrate to that frequency, bringing it up to your third eye. Making acknowledgement, gratitude, and thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. Bringing your prayer down to your heart. And taking a deep breath in and exhaling it all the way down into the earth. And now opening your hands, placing them on your knees if you're cross-legged, just relaxing as you now take another deep breath into bringing some presence back into your body, breathing in and out. And gently opening your eyes, coming back to the space, and taking another deep breath to come fully back here now, breathing in and out. Give yourself a shake, allow yourself to be here. Beautiful. Thank you for receiving this transmission. I hope it brought some insight and some directive to you as a collective whole. If there is a brother or sister that you know that would receive great insight from this, please share this transmission, copy its link, and also like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I am looking forward to launching and branding a new possibility for you. If you are someone who's followed me, I was working with people individually. At the moment, there is a pause on individual work as I'm being called into higher service. And so there will be collective group containers being offered. There is one currently available for women, and this is a global offering, so you can receive it if you are a woman that wants to connect in sisterhood, in remembrance. It is called Temple of Light, and you can find that link on my link tree. That will be a full day event of ceremonial space. We connect in sisterhood. We go through um, a remembrance journey. We go through Kundalini activation. We go into a past life remembrance, a vision quest, and we also have sound healing, a yoga and intuitive movement practice, as well as a tea ceremony. So it's like fully jam packed with all of the yummy deliciousness. That is on the 6th of October. So I would love to invite all of the women that are resonating. We'd love to have your presence there, either online or if you are in Australia, from anywhere from Make It a Girls Trip, from probably Byron up to Harvey Bay. It is in the sunny coast. You would be able to come up, meet that space. It will not be in Australia for another couple of years, so it is an offering that is not, if it's resonating now, I would ask you to really sit with claiming and choosing that now. And the other launch is actually going to be launching later this week on Friday, and it is the 1010 portal. It is brought to you by the Purity of Isis Sisterhood. So I'm a mystery school facilitator. I teach quantum remembering and the sacred teachings of the law of one for each and every being to come into their own unique medicine and magic and live a life by design. And that mystery school, I have one that is, it's for women. I've just started the men's container. So stay tuned if this is something that is resonating for you. Follow me on social so that you don't miss out. Subscribe to my email list, which is also on my link tree, so that you're receiving this information, so that you have this opportunity, because there is very few people on the earth that know this stuff. So if it's like, yes, yeah, please stay tuned and put yourself on the waiting list for these things. In regards to the love of Source, which transforms your human experience. When you have Source love, that is a love that is not explainable by word, and it changes your way of being. And I would love for each and every one of you to receive that, and for every human being on the planet to be able to come into that point of remembering who they are and to live that point of joy and bliss. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you so, so much. And until next time, Ahava. Mwah.